Does your accountant stress you out when they send you a tax organizer that's this thick, or maybe an information request for your business that's pages long? Hi, I'm Kris Hoffman with CRI and Ingram. I'm a partner and the tax service line leader. And let me assure you, it's not our intent to stress you out with those information requests. Now, why do we send them? Well, as accountants, our very nature is to be very detail-oriented. We try and request anything that we think may be pertinent in those information requests. So we throw everything in there. Now, when you receive them, I realize that from your perspective, it's a lot of information for you to accumulate and get back to us. What we're trying to avoid is a lot of the back and forth. Here's one round of questions, your answers. Here's another round of questions and your answers. But what should you do if you do start getting overwhelmed with those information requests? First and foremost, I'd encourage you to reach out to your accountant. Either call or email them, or even schedule an appointment with them. Sit down and go through those information requests with them. Ask them, now what is really pertinent for me to pull together for you to prepare my tax return? Maybe there's certain things that you can talk through with your accountant and eliminate off that information request. You could also go through a cost-benefit analysis with your accountant. For example, on medical expenses, you could sit down with your accountant and say, it's going to take me hours to pull together all my receipts for all my medical expenses for the past year. Now, I haven't had any unusual medical events, so my medical expenses should be about the same as they were a prior year. When your accountant hears that, they may say, yeah, don't bother with pulling those medical expenses. We're not going to be able to deduct them. That's that cost-benefit analysis. What can you do now to help change that stress and fear going forward? Start planning now for next year's tax returns. As you go through your 2018 information request, your 2019 information request is going to be very similar as it is this year. So start planning for your 2019 taxes now. One example, on your charitable contributions. Maybe currently when you make a donation, you get the acknowledgement, and you may put that acknowledgement letter maybe in your home office one day, maybe it goes in the kitchen the next day, maybe it goes into a junk drawer or your work office location another day. And then come at the end of the year, you're left scrambling to try and pull all those receipts back together and send them to your accountant. Maybe starting for 2019, you get an Excel spreadsheet pulled together and you put the date, the organization, and the amount of the contribution you make. And you keep that running tally for each contribution throughout the year. You also get in the habit of when you get any letter, you put it in a single envelope and you just put all receipts for those donations in that envelope. Come the end of the year, when your accountant asks for it, not only are you going to have the Excel spreadsheet summarizing those, you're going to have that envelope with all the supporting detail. Much less stressful. If you're a business, maybe that comes in the form of keeping on track of your monthly financials. Things like keeping your bank statement reconciled every month. If you find out early on in 2019 you're just not able to stay on top of it, sit down with your accountant early on and let's find out what your accountant could maybe outsource something that you're doing that they can now start doing. That'll help free up your time to devote to your business. And come at the end of the year, your accountant stayed on top of the books and records, which makes it much easier to pull all the information together. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're really trying to do. Make tax returns much less daunting for both you and more efficient for your accountant.